Hey guys, what's up? We're Shinobi here, coming another video. In this video, I wanted to show off my game room. And in this video, I'm going to be showing off what you do see behind me and what you can't see. And I know I started off doing just individual piece by piece, but I thought I'd just do all of it. And before I get into that, I'm going to show off some pickups that I got and the arcade block that I just got. So, first thing, I got Retro City Rampage DX for the PS Vita. So it has a little plastic wrap and this. So that was nice. Finally, from Nintendo, I got in my jigsaw puzzle, 300 pieces, Majora's Mask 3D, Fierce Deity Link. And I also got this arcade block. I'm going to block out my address and open it up. So inside we have a Skylanders, which sadly mine fell apart in shipping. That sucks. I got Whirlwind. It has the Pac-Man salt and pepper pots is what they call it, so that's good. This came with the Skylanders. Sorry about that. It's a treasure box, little chain. That's cool. And a arcade block edition video game music CD. So that's really cool. It also came with a t-shirt, but I wore that and it's being cleaned right now, so I will pause the video and I'll just show you what it looks like. Right here is this, and that's what the t-shirt looks like. So yeah, I wore that earlier this week. So yeah, it also came with the retro magazine, the retro video game magazine, so I have that somewhere else too. So I'm gonna get to the room tour, so I'll be right back. Alright, so here we have the game room, so let's get right into it. First off, we have all the box systems and everything. So we got the Xbox One, Street Fighter, Nintendo GameCube, Wii U, and Dreamcast Fight Stick, Super Mario Chess. We got the Genesis, the bonus set, GameCube, the Nintendo 64. Got the PS4 down here, and some Dreamcast Fight Sticks, and in here, we have all of the controllers and hookups, memory cards, everything for all of our different systems, PlayStation, Nintendo, Sega. And then if we go on to the other side, we have the Vectrix right there in the corner, kind of hard to see, but it's right there. Got the Nintendo 64, the top loader NES, and the regular NES. We got our Sega Genesises, slim and fat PS2s, Dreamcast, Xbox, some double case PS1 games. We got our Ataris, the DK Bongos. And then we have some more common games for Wii, Xbox 360, PS3, Xbox, PS2, and some box Genesis. So, moving on into where I film from this side of the area, we have the Capcom Character Encyclopedia, the Majora's Mask, the Street Fighter Monopoly, some controllers. In here is where I have a whole bunch of Nintendo 64 games, so I'm not going to go through all of them, but these are all full of them. We have some TV controllers. In here we have all of my Game Gear games in cases. These are a couple thick, just full of Game Gear games. We have some little books and manuals, and then right there is we have the Sega Saturn in a rental case, and if I can manage to get it open, It has the system, controllers, and everything in there, and it is in really nice shape, working condition. Don't have too many Sega Saturn games, but it's just a nice system. Right here we have all of my Game Boy Advance games. It's pretty thick, a lot of games in there. We have the Vectrix, the Halo 3. This is the arcade block that I just opened up. Here are all of our handhelds along this wall. We got the Superboy, my Zelda 3DS XL, regular 3DS, the Metal Gear Solid PSP, some Game Gears, Game Boy Colors, Game Boy Pocket, Game Boys, SPs, original DSs, DS Lites, Game Boy Micro, Game Boy Advances. Right here we have another Sega Genesis with the Sega CD on there. It didn't work whenever I put it in the first time, but my dad opened it up and we got it to work. We got some Dreamcast games, not going to go into those. Some PS1 games, a lot of PS1 games, and some TurboGrafx games right here, all along there. And then right here for some more systems, we got Nintendo 64, Super Nintendo, there's a PS Vita inside of that case, 3 more GameCubes, some Sega Saturn games, and one of the Sega Saturn games, get that in there, is Magic's Knight Rayearth. We have some Game Boy and NES, Super Nintendo, N64 boxes, and at the bottom some Xbox 360 and PS3 games. Some games to note out of there, it's kind of hard to get the camera back there, is Dragon Fighter, Super Turrican. We also have Lagoon, the Run Saber and Brains that I just picked up last week. Super Mario RPG, Smash Bros. For N64, Super Adventure Island, some King of Fighters and Sunset Riders and Donkey Kong Country. Going back over here, we have a whole bunch of Atari 2600 games. And these are all the ones that I picked up from the last week's video, and some that I already had. There's a couple doubles in here, but mostly ones that are no doubles. And then right here, we have Game Boy and Game Boy Color. This is a couple thick. A lot of Game Boy and Game Boy Color games in there. A lot of good Game Boy and Game Boy Color games. Here we have all of the systems. We have the Wii U, the Xbox 360, PS3, TurboGrafx, Super Nintendo, and GameCube hooked up. We just hook up anything else that we want to and take out the wires and plug them into the TV. Here we have the TV that I charge everything on. It's 32 inches. We have some, over here, just some loose manual, some big box PlayStation, TurboGrafx, and a sealed Game Gear game. A whole bunch of figures and other things like that. And we have, this is pretty cool, it's a little TV tray, Super Mario Bros. And there's NES right here, the World of Nintendo Mario. And starting up here we got the top loader, 2 toasters, South Park Stick of Truth, NES Max controller, Neo Geo X, Gold, Monster Hunter 4 Ultimate, Legend of Zelda 3D, the one, some PS Vita special editions, the NES 3DS XL, Assassin's Creed 3, PS Vita, Pokemon Silver, another Majora's Mask 3D, 32X, the special Super Smash Bros. Hyperdimension Neptunia Rebirth 2, Killer is Dead, Donkey Kong Jr. Mini Arcade, the Hyper Devotion Noir Goddess Blackheart, some more PS Vita special editions back there, and then the Neo Geo Pocket Color. Moving over to the NES games, most of the NES games that I have here don't even get showed up in the video because of where they are, but I have a lot of NES games, and just some good ones that we have here is like Battletoads. I have a couple copies of Bionic Commando, Bucky O'Hare, Bubble Bobble. Might miss a couple good ones. The Castlevania series. Just here. Some Contra, Super Contra. We have all of the Double Dragons, a couple copies of 3 and 2. We have some more down here, like Gauntlets, those are fun. And then Journey to Silius, that's a rare game. Kirby's Adventure, a couple copies of Legend of Zelda, 4 gold, 1 regular. Right here we have Metal Storm, all the Mega Mans, Mario's Time Machine, Mike Tyson's Punch-Out!, Monster in My Pocket, that's an uncommon game. Ninja Gaiden 1 and 2, don't have 3 yet, need to pick that up. River City Ransom, and then Super Mario Bros., a couple copies of all of those. Turtles series, we have all of those, 1 through 3. Totally Red, that's a fun game. We have Zombie Nation, this is just the cartridge, but it's in a special case. Onto the Super Nintendo, a lot of good games for the Super Nintendo, not really going to go into depth, but Earthbound, Demon's Crest, Pocky and Rocky, Ninja Warriors, King of Dragons, Super Mario RPG, Kings of the Realm, Legend, Turtles 4, Castlevania 4, Run Saber, Final Fantasy 3, Brandish, Super Metroid, Sky Blazer, Sunset Riders, Axelay, some more common ones down here and some not common ones. We had Super Bomberman 1, 2, First Samurai, UN Squadron, Illusion of Gaia, Super Punch-Out!, Secret of Mana, Zombies Ate My Neighbors, Mega Man X, a couple of Link to the Past. We have R-Type, Super Mario All-Stars, Donkey Kong Country, and there's some more in here that I can't really see. But Mystical Ninja is one of those. Some Donkey Kong Countries. Whoops. And now, onto the GameCube. Just Digimon World 4 is one. Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time, Mario Power Tennis, a lot of the Mario games I have for GameCube. Final Fantasy, Kirby's Air Ride. Most of these are complete. Well, all the good ones are complete. I know that one for sure. Mega Man Anniversary Collection, Mega Man Network Transmission, Mega Man X Collection, Metroid Prime 1 and 2, Resident Evil 4, Resident Evil 0 and Code Veronica X, Paper Mario, Pokemon XD, Pokemon Colosseum, Pikmin, might miss a couple of these, Wind Waker, Star Fox Adventure, Super Smash Bros., Custom Robo, Eternal Darkness, Tales of Symphonia, Ikaruga, Zelda Collector's Edition, Cubivore, Fire Emblem, Baten Kaitos Origins. Onto some Sega Genesis, some of the better ones like Altered Beast, Boogerman, Double Dragon, Lightning Force, Elysia Dragoon, Golden Axe 1 and 2, Sonic 1, 2, 3, Star Control, that's a fun game, Gaiers, Gunstar Heroes, Thunder Force 3, some Street Fighters, Thunder Force 2, Phelios, Mystic Defender, Crusader of Senti, just the cartridge in a fake case. Crusader of Senti is one of the really hard to find games on the Genesis, a really fun game that I would definitely recommend if you can find it for cheap, which you'll be having good luck finding that one for cheap. The Club Nintendo DS cases, Pokemon's, a whole bunch of Pokemon games, Suikoden, World Ends With You, more Pokemon, Golden Sun, Chrono Trigger, Final Fantasy, Children of Mana, Contra, Legend of Zelda, Professor Layton, Dragon Quest, Valkyrie Profile, Okamiden, Advance Wars, more Pokemon, Mega Man ZX, Mario, Pokemon, Izuna 2, Dinosaur King, that's a uncommon game, Legend of Kage 2, Phantom Hourglass, some Castlevanias, Knights in the Nightmare, Mario Hoops 3 and 3, Kirby Superstar, Spectral Force Genesis, Tokyo Beatdown, Retro Game Challenge, that's a really awesome game, Rondo of Swords, Lunar Knights, Dragon Quest, Hoshigami, Summon Knight, Little Red Riding Hood Zombie Barbecue, Ninja Gaiden, Dragon Sword, Hero Saga Leviathan, Legend of Kage 2 again, Fossil Fighters, and for some 3DS games, stuff like Tales of the Abyss, Smash Bros., Fire Emblem, Kid Icarus, Pokemon, Persona, Cave Story, Bravely Default, Code of Princess, Shin Megami Tensei 4, some Mario games, Pokemon, Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, more Pokemon, Ultimate NES Remix, Legend of Zelda, and then a lot of good double case PS1 games too. like Rival Schools, Suikoden, Final Fantasy Chronicles, Star Ocean, Vagrant Story, Grandia, Hoshigami Ruining Blue Earth, Chrono Cross, another copy of Rival Schools, Legend of Dragoon, Brave Fencer Musashi, and Lunar Silver Star Story Complete. Again, a lot of good games for PS Vita. Dynasty Warriors, Shinobi-Do, Sly Cooper Collection, Ragnarok Odyssey, Persona 4, Ninja Gaiden E+, Muramasa Rebirth, Uncharted, Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3. Up here, we got like Mortal Kombat, Dead or Alive, God of War, Walking Dead. This is the one Japanese fighting game with all the animes in it. Street Fighter X, Tekken, Call of Duty, Blaze Blue, Gravity Rush, Soul Sacrifice, Final Fantasy X, X2, and then Retro City Rampage, which I just picked up for PSP. Again, a lot of good ones. Gradius Collection, Lunar, Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep, Star Ocean, Monster Hunter Freedom Unite, Dungeon Maker 2, Prinny 2, Phantom Brave, Half Minute Hero, Disdia, Final Fantasy, Girl Lancer, Blazing Souls, Acylate, Manakemia, SNK Arcade, Yi 7, Valkyrie Profile Lenneth, Valkyria Chronicles 2, Gungear, Judgment, Capcom Classics Collection, Ultimate Goblin, Ghosts and Goblins, God's Eater, Jacondia, Power Stone, Mega Man, Space Invaders, Brave Story, Soul Calibur, Final Fantasy, Jeanne d'Arc, Metal Slug Anthology, Legend of Heroes Fate Extra, King of Fighters Collection, Street Fighter Alpha 3, Max, Darkstalkers Chronicles, Blaze Blue, Guilty Gear, and Tactic Soaker. On the Wii U, got like Smash Bros, a whole bunch of Mario games, Legend of Zelda, NES Remix Pack, that's awesome, Donkey Kong Country, Captain Toad, just some PS2 games, the Suikoden 3, 4, 5, and Tactics, and then Dot Hack, Infection, Mutation, Outbreak, and Quarantine. Some good Wii games, like Final Fantasy Chronicles, some Mario, Xenoblade Chronicles, Punch-Out!, Boy and His Blob, Metroid Prime Trilogy, the Metal Box with the Sleeve, Tatsunoko vs. Capcom, Smash Bros. Brawl, Mad World, No More Heroes, Donkey Kong Barrel Blast, Super Mario Galaxy, Okami, Kirby's Epic Yarn, Skyward Sword, Muramasa, and Drama Center Second Opinion. Some PS2 games right here, just like all the good ones like Kingdom Hearts, Neo Geo, just a whole bunch of fighting games, God of War, Dragon Quest, Final Fantasy, Metal Gear Solids, Gundam, Dynasty Warriors, Rayman Arena, Chaos Legion, Drakengard, Godzilla, Shadow of the Colossus, and then some just regular PSP games, nothing too special on these ones. And that is about it for all the things that I have in my collection. Hope you guys liked the room tour video. This is Retro Shinobi, signing out.